Hello everyone and welcome to Mr. and Mrs. Social Studies. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jake, the Mister.
And today we're going to do the teacher partner tag. This tag was recently uploaded by one of my favorite teacher YouTube channels, Pocketful of Primary, and I thought it was really fun, especially since I like doing videos with you and we're both teachers, so
double the fun.
Double the fun. So we're actually going to be writing down our answers and then showing them to each other, since we'll be answering these questions about the other person since we're both teachers.
This is gonna get really confusing.
I think we'll be okay. But with the tag, I'll put the link down to the original video in the description. Are you ready?
Woo! That's my getting ready dance.
Do you do that in the classroom?
No, I don't do that. But you know, there's a first time for everything.
Oh my goodness. If you are new to the channel and want to see the other content we post, we do post things generic for all teachers as well as social studies related content. So you can hit the subscribe button down below and then you'll never miss a video. So let's get into it. First question, get our pens ready?
I was born ready for this.
All right, so some of these are gonna be more easy, I think. And also we need to make sure we don't look at each other.
Oh, so like how do we...
Although I guess it doesn't really matter that much.
I mean, just, we're on the honor system here.
All right.
Okay.
We did not talk about these or look into any of these ahead of time. Question number one, where was our first date?
Yeah, if I'm rolling on this would be pretty bad.
Am I spelling that right?
You can't look. You have to reveal. We're also seeing who's the better speller in this competition.
We're both teachers though, so. All right, 3, 2, 1. They're not gonna read that, but I said union and distill.
Wait, I put two, wait, holy moly,
well, that was the name of a restaurant.
That's still. That's what I asked you out to though, so I count that. The union was like a project.
So,
a pretty sad first date.
Short backstory on us. This is like, I love this story. It's like so teachery cute. Like we were actually placed in our first observation classroom together. Can you stop rustling the papers?
Sorry, I'm just getting ready for the next question. Okay.
But we were actually placed together for the first observation when we were juniors in college, and it was just kind of random. I had never seen him before. My loss, I guess, but we hit it off pretty well, and one of the requirements you had to actually plan several lessons and teach several lessons in this first observation with the person you were paired up with. And so we met a couple times to prepare for that in the Union building at the University of Illinois campus. I feel like the last time especially we got about 0% of the work done. And then at the end, he asked me out to our first date, I guess our first official date, which then we went to the Distill restaurant in downtown Champaign. And then, yeah, the rest is history.
It blossomed from there. Here we are making
but
a
that's
video
the thing,
about
though.
it.
That was our first date, but we hung out like the rest of the week that week, like because you asked me out for the next weekend, but then we just hung out like every day before that. So gray area, but it was a pretty magical start.
Magically the delicious. Good times. Noodle salad. All right, let's do question number 2. What was your first impression of me, and vice versa? What was my first impression of Sarah?
All right.
This one though, I think you already know.
We've talked about this a lot, actually.
3, 2, 1.
Again, they're not gonna be able to read it. So I have cute / bad boy because I will say when I first it was the first day, junior year of our education class, and that was 16 people. It was like one section of it. And I'm not gonna lie, I had my eyes out looking to see if there was any potential suitors in there. I was single at the time. And I noticed, I thought you were cute. You weren't the only person I thought was cute, but you were one of them.
We will leave them unnamed. They're watching.
And then after I got to know you a little bit, I'm just like a really straight-laced person. Like I thought you were kind of a bad boy at first, which is actually not true.
That first day?
Not the first day, but after we got to know each other a little bit, I was like, oh man. Like your whole family just thinks that's so funny that I thought you were a bad boy, because you're really not at all.
No, as you can tell with my strange haircut.
Oh my gosh, it looks fine.
No, I blame myself for the haircut.
Leave us a comment below what you think.
Leave a comment if you like my haircut. It's
give the video a thumbs up if you like Jake's haircut.
Please, well no, because what if like we get a bunch of dislikes?
Ooh.
It looks like I wrote you smell a lot.
Oh.
But that's
not very nice.
That's not what I wrote. It looks like it. You smiled a lot, almost too much. I just remember that first day, I noticed you because you had this smile that never left your face. And I was like, man, does her like face muscles hurt? Like it's like just permanently plastered on there. And I just remember that we were doing some sort of like icebreaker game with like M&Ms or Skittles, and I remember you talking about your trip to Spain, and you know, you have your smile on your face and you're like talking about it and you're all just happy.
Question number 3. What am I afraid of, and what are you afraid of?
Oh, this is actually tough.
I'm curious what you're gonna say.
I know a former fear of yours, but it's not a fear anymore. Does that count? This is actually tough. I don't know, actually.
All right.
Okay, I'll go first, because gentleman first. No, I put your former fear was death.
That's true.
But you don't really care about that anymore.
Well, that makes me sound like I'm reckless.
Yeah, she's not a daredevil. But I put that you're leading a life of insignificance is your current fear. Because you're always motivated to do things for the sake of like enjoying your life and making it meaningful in what you do. And you're not content with just like sitting back and doing nothing. So that's good. I don't know.
I could give that point.
You could give that. Well, you didn't even give any of these points. They can't just give points.
I randomly choose to throw a point. I think for me, and this is where you said like, yeah, death was a former fear, but my rationale, my explanation is that I feel like I'm actually at a place where I've managed to let go of fear as an emotion, and I feel like I'm honestly just living fully and not really worrying. I mean, for you, this was kind of tricky because I put bugs, but that's like a superficial one. But I mean,
yeah, I'm not afraid of all bugs though.
Yeah, some bugs.
Just some.
And then, not meeting your full potential, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good fear. Yeah, I mean, like sounds
what
better.
Would you say?
Sounds better than bugs. The second one is more so what I would have said. But next question. What is my shoe size? Okay.
I actually don't know if I'm gonna get this for you.
This one I'm not gonna get. Oh, shoot.
Shoe.
Haha,
get it.
Huh. Yes.
Let's show.
You're right.
Size 10?
Yeah.
Ooh, size 6. That's like little.
What size are you?
I'm like size 8. I can fit into like 7.5 to 8.5, depending on the size.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
don't.
No
I don't
points
know.
there.
So.
All right, next one. Do I have any secret talents? So what are the secret talents of the other person?
Well, there's secret talents that no one's gonna know because they're a secret.
Well, I think like around the house here, what we know and see from each other that others don't see.
Secret talent.
I'm curious what you're gonna put. All right, so I said impressions. I think Jake does the best impressions.
Not really. Some though.
They're pretty good. He does like Batman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Marge from The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's the weirdest one. I put you as you write or like lyrics, like you just make up songs.
Oh, that's true.
On the fly, and like they sound actually really good with just all kinds, like me about anything, and she just puts it to like an existing tune, and it works. It's solid.
Well, thank you. I guess a way that if you want to see both of our talents in action, I'll actually link both. This was on another channel I did. We did a video about the Constitution. And I wrote the song. It's to Uptown Funk, but I wrote the song. I'm not the best singer, but I wrote the song, and you did some impersonations to add some distraction on the high notes that I struggled to hit. So check it out if you want.
Yeah,
I'll put a link below.
Ironic. He's kind of our selling product right here.
Well, it's not selling anything. It's just
true.
It's just for
copyright
fun.
Music. But. Ooh, what am I really bad at? I feel like you've got a way easier time answering this than me.
I'm sure you can think of something.
Oh, what you're bad at? Oh. I know.
Oh, what?
This one I only know through stories, though I haven't actually witnessed it. But
oh man.
Bike riding.
That's true.
I haven't actually witnessed it though because Sarah will not go riding on bikes with me because of stories of, just horror stories of her crashing into things and
Okay,
people.
I didn't crash into that many people.
Yeah. Don't ride bikes next to Sarah.
I think it's mostly just being out of practice. I didn't really ride a bike much, and so I tried to get myself into it again. I went on a long bike ride with a friend, and I ended up running into a lady. And then I haven't really gone riding since. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing, actually. But yeah, that is something I'm bad at. I put that you're bad at listening and remembering things sometimes.
No, it's a lot of time. Remembering things, I don't remember anything. Listening, a little better at, but it's still...
Sometimes I'll say something and I have to wait about 30 seconds to a minute before he'll respond.
Yeah, it's not good.
Let's keep going. What sports did I play? All right, let's reveal.
You did track. It started in 8th grade, and then you did it in high school. And then you were a swimming instructor for 3 summers.
Wow,
So,
Jake, double points on this one.
I need to catch up. I'm lost on that shoe size one.
I know you didn't really do any sports in like high school and stuff, but you did baseball and basketball when you were younger, right?
I did t-ball, and I went to like a camp for baseball, and then like a camp for basketball. Like both these were like in middle school. High school.
But then I also have that more recently you've been really into tennis.
I guess I did play like a week or two ago, so that's true. I also did soccer like when I was younger. Just throwing it out there. I don't know, did I miss anything for you?
No, I think that's pretty good.
Did you do gymnastics?
Very like in kindergarten. But
I was thinking of putting that. What drink do I always order?
At like a restaurant?
Yeah, a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Water.
But my favorite beverages are smoothies or a nice refreshing glass of almond milk.
Although I do like when they put a lemon in my water, so that'd be like a little differentiation.
Sure. Do we have traditions together?
Do we have any traditions?
I really couldn't think of any like traditions. So I just wrote simple pleasures, like the idea that we value the simple things in life, and you know, I feel like I don't have rules for things like, you know, oh, this happens on this day. I just feel like we don't necessarily link up certain behaviors with certain days or anything like that. But
watch The Bachelorette on Mondays. That's a tradition.
Yeah, I guess, did we want to admit that?
I just did.
That's really the only TV show we watch on a regular basis.
Amazing Race?
Yeah,
that's more social studies related.
That's true.
We watch that when it's on.
What did you have written down?
I originally had we don't give gifts to each other, just because we both practice a minimalist lifestyle as much as possible. We're definitely not perfect with that. And so part of that is we show our appreciation for each other through experiences versus material goods.
That's true, yeah. And that'll probably, the minimalist thing will probably come out in some other questions that are coming up too. Or I really like fruits and vegetables for gifts.
That's true. Just give her a grapefruit. Sarah will be happy.
Oh my gosh, I love grapefruit.
Whole bag of them.
My husband is, my wife is blank. You're gonna laugh at this, but this is something I say all the time. 3, 2, 1.
My chosen human.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of silly. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, do you ever just stop and think like, whoa, how cool is it that we're together? And just like that in life, there's all these people, and you know, you choose another human to be your loved one, and like, you're my chosen human. I love you.
Oh, thank you.
I do say that a lot.
I just wrote that you're enthusiastic. I was going with just your personality. So I didn't know how to answer that question.
I think both work.
I think it works.
Perfect. Let's get into the school questions now.
Oh boy, okay.
These are easy to start.
How many years have I been teaching?
3 years. Yep, we're the same age. What is my degree in? We have the same degree, so.
Well, hang on. There's some differences.
All right, let's reveal. So I said history with secondary education and an endorsement in psychology.
Oh, you went more. You have a major in history for your bachelor's. You have a minor in secondary ed and a minor in Spanish. In 2018, you will have a master's in global studies in education.
That's true.
So
this next one, how many students are in my class? We're both middle school teachers, so it varies a little bit, but just like on average, we'll do I wrote 20 to 25.
Oh, you went a range. I went 18.
Well, if you were to do a range, what would the range be?
I would go like 18 to like 21.
I recently taught at a school that was very small, and I had several classes that were like 16.
Oh.
My largest class this past year was 22, so it was like smaller classes. My first year I taught a class of 9. That was cool. But I put 20 to 25 for you.
That's right on the money. Although this year I did have a class of 17.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that was kind of cool. What is my favorite subject to teach?
Well, I'm gonna pick a unit for you.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I don't know what it would be.
Okay, well
you can pick a class.
I'm going to class for you.
Oh, that's gonna be easy for you.
Yeah.
So Jake teaches ancient world history, and I didn't know what his favorite unit was. I felt like it could have been like India or China, but I know you really are into prehistory. What would you have said?
Prehistory probably would have been what I would have went with. We're like China, would be Greece.
Yeah, those are good ones. What did you put for me?
Geography is your favorite class.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one. What time do I usually get to school in the morning?
Like last year?
Yeah. I wrote 7:55.
8 o'clock.
I had to get there by 7:50.
Oh, I thought sometimes you pushed it.
Well, I did.
Oh.
I hate waking up. I'm definitely a night owl.
Okay, that's
7:55 is that?
7:50, 7:55. Yeah, let's be fair.
You were leaving later towards the end there.
Later. All right. What is my favorite thing about teaching?
Well, that's because we just recently filmed a video on the channel about our best and the best and worst parts of teaching in our opinions. I'll link that up above. Making a difference in students' lives.
I put different every day and no cubicle.
That's true. I do actually quite a few times. I mentioned how happy I am. Not that I was ever really in a cubicle, but the idea that I could just be walking around doing different things all the time. I'm not just sitting there staring at a screen. He got a really sweet note from a student this past year. She really felt like he had changed her life in a lot of ways, and I just thought that was really nice, and I know that meant a lot to you.
Well, you got plenty of notes yourself. Even parents complimented you.
All right, well,
so
this is about you.
Well, it's about both of us. We're answering.
Well, I feel like this is where the minimalist concept will come in. The next question, how much money do I typically spend on my classroom each year? All right, at $50.
20.
I think there was a study that came out that said teachers on average spend like $500 a year on their classrooms. And I'm guessing elementary teachers probably spend more, but for us, I would say it goes back to that minimalism thing. The idea of trying to keep things simple. I think the only thing I really spent money on this past year was I had pen pals with one of my groups of students had pen pals in Switzerland, and we mailed a box to them with some candy and stuff. And the kids helped raise some money to cover the cost, but then I ended up covering the majority of it. So I think actually it was like $40 maybe this past year. But honestly, like I don't. My school covered some of the basic supplies my classroom needed, and I feel like I just kind of like hunt around for free things sometimes to use in the classroom and keep it simple.
I know one year I did pay a little more than probably $50 for like posters and whatnot to like deck out my room, but
that was the first year I think though.
Well, my second year is really where I upgraded, because I used a lot of stuff that was already there. It was like for like the 80s and the 90s. Figured it kind of needed a little upgrade, but all right. So this next question is, what is my must-have teacher item? And
this is tough because like there's several that I could say for my own self, but then for you, I don't know.
I'm just gonna say one. I have no clue.
Well, I'm gonna have a pathetic answer.
I've got a pathetic answer. I know it's something you need though to utilize.
All right, computer.
You need organizers, bins, because your desk gets messy. Like, organizing system you is the must-have for you. I love you.
What was the thing that you were thinking?
Smartboard remote. I always have that thing on me.
I actually thought about your smartboard stuff, but
I don't think I'm gonna have one.
I was gonna accept 3 answers, and what you said was none of them.
What were they?
So, the popsicle sticks I have with all the kids' names on them. Love using popsicle sticks with the names because it just makes groups really easy if I need to form groups for something. If I want to do like some random like participation kind of a thing, it works. I just love having that. If there's like a fun little reward, like who gets to be the person who does this, it makes it so much easier. So I love popsicle sticks. I have a timer that works really well too, just to keep us on track. Like I'll say, okay, we've got 5 minutes for this activity or 10 minutes for this activity. Let's do races with the geography countries, our GeoPower cards. Like that was often really helpful. And then it's kind of silly, but you wouldn't know how much kids love, I have a big red like foam die. Or if you need a little bit more time at the end of a class, like I maybe will add like a historical like simulation element, and just kids love rolling the dice, and I feel like it's actually a way that they can think about outcomes of different historical situations. So those would be my big 3. If I wasn't a teacher, what would I be doing?
I got like 5, so.
Okay. So let's show answers. I put writer. Now technically Jake has not really expressed a lot of interest in this, but he is such a good writer, and I'm telling him like, you would do such a good job writing, but he doesn't really seem to enjoy it much. What did you put for me?
I put running your online business as number 1. I've got life business coach, author, because you've expressed wanting to write a book yourself. Chef, I know you really don't want to open a restaurant, but you enjoy cooking, so I feel like something in the culinary field. And then travel agent.
I do like putting together trips. Yeah. And with the online business, I mean, we're starting this, so this is new. The main YouTube channel and brand I run is Abundantly Minimal, so like the minimalist stuff, more of that. So that's good. Those are all good ones.
Yeah, I gotta make up those points.
Yeah. And finally, our last question, if I could change one thing about teaching, what would it be?
Oh, this is easy.
All right, so let's reveal. I said more respect from parents and the community.
I just put the hours because you like to sleep.
I thought
dad in the morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind let me know in the comments if you're this way too. I wouldn't mind honestly if school like started at like 10 a.m. That would be delightful. But again, I'm a hardcore night owl. Like I didn't fall asleep last night till like 6. And I tried going to bed, I just couldn't. That's bad though. It's not usually that bad, but.
You get like, it seems like once a month at least, some extreme night like that.
Where I can't fall asleep.
Yeah. R-E-S-P-C-T.
Wow.
I don't know if we can include that. That's like copyright.
No, if you sing it, you can include anything.
Oh, great. Okay.
Well, there you guys go. I'm not sure how long this video ended up being, but I had a lot of fun.
It was a great however many minutes it was.
If you are also a teacher and have a significant other or even like a roommate or whoever, feel free to participate in this tag as well. Again, I'll put the link down below to the original video that Michelle from Pocketful of Primary posted. But yeah, let us know. We'd love to connect with other teachers, and hope that you guys have a great rest of your day.
And a great rest of your summer. Rest up. School starts in a few weeks.
You know the video's too long when you have to put a new battery pack in just to say goodbye.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much again for watching, and feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our weekly content related to the field of teaching. See you guys next time.
Bye.